Hey guys, this is JC again, coming to you with another pipe tobacco review. This is one I've been wanting to do for a while. Really good stuff. It's one of those tobaccos where sometimes you hear about stuff and you hear how good it is, and then you get it, and 9 times out of 10 it's not as good as you think it is, well, or as good as you hear it is anyways. It doesn't live up to the hype. Well, this one in my opinion does. This is the Solani. It's the 660 silver, and I don't know the numbers, that's why I had to look at it, but this was about 25 bucks for the 100 gram 10, which I think isn't too bad because their 50 gram 10 stuff is usually around 17 bucks online, so it's usually 20 plus in the store at the brick and mortars. But there's 2 reasons I wanted to do this. The first one was to talk about how much I liked it, honestly. The second one was this is the only way it comes in the 100 gram 10, but it doesn't come sealed. It's the only tobacco I've seen where it doesn't really come sealed like that. This is how it comes. It comes in this like plastic cellophane type thing, and I 10 dated it, and it was from June of 19, so it's about a year old right now, just short of a year old, and it seemed pretty moist. So I let it sit for a little bit before I put it in the jar, maybe an hour or two, but it only took about 15 minutes of dry time now. It actually came pretty wet, so that's what it looks like. I don't think you're going to have to worry about drying out after about a year or two, but I'd be leery of buying something that somebody has in this tin that's like 5 years old. It might be dried out by, might be dried out by then. Yeah, I just got done doing some gardening here. Well, when I say gardening, I mean on the back deck. Got some 5-gallon buckets back here for the simple fact that I have a decent sized backyard, but it's a lot easier for me to do that because that's where the sun mostly is, for the most part of the day. And got some, I was going to get some eggplant, or aubergine, however you guys pronounce it in England. I think that's what it's called. Correct me if I'm wrong, but ended up not getting eggplant because the wife doesn't really like it that much. So I got some zucchini, I got some bell peppers, and I got 2 different tomato plants, some cherry tomatoes and some regular slicing tomatoes. So it should be pretty good. And usually you put them in the ground, usually in April-ish, but it's been colder here with the frost, and the frost just stopped a couple of weeks ago, so I figured now was a good time to plant them. They'll probably still be okay. So anyways, let's get to the tobacco. What it says on the tin is red Virginias and dark fired Kentuckys. So that doesn't look like all red Virginias to me. It's got a lot of nice light and yellow Virginias in here to me. You mainly see the dark fired as the dark stuff. It does have some red Virginia, but I'm getting a lot of bright notes out of this. It's got a nice breadiness to it. The citrus is up there. I'd say the citrus is probably a 7 or so. And it's got more of like a mandarin orange type citrus than a navel orange, if you know what I'm talking about. It's like a sharper, sweeter orange type flavor to it. It's got that little bit of lemoniness to it, if that's a word. Some lemon flavor, whatever you say. But you get just a touch. Just a touch of the smokiness and the spice from the dark fired. Like, it's maybe a 2 or so on the retrohale. But you really have to search for that. It's not much of that in here. I'm mainly getting a lot of the citrus notes, breadiness. You do get some of the dark fruit in there from the red Virginias, I guess. Not picking up a lot of earth out of this. Not picking up a lot of earth at all. Earth is real low, maybe a 2. Maybe a 2. Just enough to kind of balance it out. So this, like I said, this kind of shocked me because I was just expecting it to be just the average red Virginia type flake, and then I'm smoking it and I'm like, it doesn't taste really just like a pure red Virginia to me. It's got a lot more flavor and complexity to that. And I will just say too, from the first bowl, you get a lot of flavor out of this. So I'm really excited with the way this is going to age. This is the first time I smoked this, and like I said, it's a fresh 10, as you can see. So I'm excited to see what this is going to be like another year or 2 or 3 or even 4 if it lasts that long. 100 gram 10 will probably last me 4 or 5 years the way I smoke stuff, because I rotated, from time to time, and I don't just buy a 10 and just smoke a 10 and then switch to something else. I get sick of stuff, so I have like 20 in my rotation at all time, kind of, and then swap to other stuff. a little over halfway down the bowl now. As far as strength goes, it's not something that's going to knock you off your butt, but you're definitely going to feel it. I'd say it's at least a medium, maybe a medium plus. And yeah, as the bowl goes down, you get a little bit more of the spice, but it's not really, it's not like a vapor or anything like that. It's just a little bit of that smoky spiciness to it, the Kentucky type flavor. And it's staying lit really well. I really didn't even need to relight it then. I just kind of did it to touch it up. But yeah, you get a little bit of nuttiness to it, kind of. Almost like an almond type nuttiness, but it's mainly got those fruity, just nice fresh baked, you know, the yeasty bread notes to it. You know, that little bit of lemon, a little bit of that spice on the end, but it's a really smooth tobacco fresh. So like I said, you know, it's going to age pretty well, I think. Let me know if you guys have had it aged, and let me know what you think, how long you think the shelf life is. I don't know. I've had tobaccos that were 10+ years and they're still good. So they say, oh, some stuff, you know, you got to smoke now. Even Englishes I've had that are you know, aged pretty well. So I don't know about that, but usually after, I like having stuff that's 2 or 3 years at least, and then it starts getting the flavors kind of mend together, kind of, I guess you would say. So yeah, this is one I would definitely recommend. To me, 100 gram 10 is pretty good, so I'll probably just stick with this for what I got right now and smoke this up, and then maybe get another 10 afterwards. But yeah, like I said, let me know if you guys are getting the same flavors I am, if you guys have had it. And this has been JC again with another pipe review coming to you from Virginia. You guys have a good weekend.